Have you noticed that your energy isn't quite what it used to be? Maybe you feel more tired after activities that once felt easy. Recovery takes longer, your stamina fades faster, and sometimes your mind feels a little foggy. Many people assume this is simply a normal part of getting older, but according to Dr. Michael Evans, the real reason may be happening somewhere most people never think to look deep inside your cells. Inside every cell in your body are tiny structures called mitochondria. These microscopic power plants produce the energy that keeps your brain thinking, your muscles moving, and your heart beating. But when mitochondria become less efficient, your body begins to feel it. Energy drops, stress builds up in your cells, and the systems that keep you resilient start to slow down. Understanding how mitochondria work may be the key to restoring your energy and supporting healthier aging. To understand why energy changes as we age, Dr. Michael Evans says we need to look at something most people never see: the microscopic structures inside our cells called mitochondria. These tiny components are often described as the power plants of the cell because their main job is to generate energy for the body. Every moment of your life depends on this energy. The fuel produced by mitochondria is called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. This molecule powers almost every biological activity in your body. Your brain uses ATP to think and process information. Your heart relies on it to pump blood continuously. Your muscles need it to move, lift, and maintain strength. Even your immune system depends on mitochondrial energy to defend the body from illness. But Dr. Michael Evans explains that mitochondria are far more than simple energy factories. They are also sensors of cellular stress, constantly monitoring the internal environment of the cell. When cells experience damage, inflammation, or oxidative stress, mitochondria help coordinate the response. Over time, however, these power plants can begin to lose efficiency. Just like any system that operates continuously, mitochondria experience wear and tear. As their performance declines, the amount of energy produced inside the cell gradually decreases. This change often happens slowly and quietly. You may not notice it immediately, but over the years it can contribute to lower stamina, slower recovery, and reduced physical resilience. Understanding how mitochondria work is the first step toward understanding how lifestyle choices can influence the body's energy system and support healthier aging. Most people think mitochondria only produce energy, but according to Dr. Michael Evans, their role in the body is far more complex. These tiny structures don't just power your cells, they also help regulate many of the systems that keep your body balanced and resilient. One of their most important functions is controlling inflammation. When mitochondria are working well, they help maintain a healthy balance in the immune system. But when mitochondria become damaged or inefficient, inflammatory signals can increase inside the body. Over time, this low-grade inflammation can contribute to fatigue, slower healing, and even chronic disease. Mitochondria also help manage something known as oxidative stress. As cells produce energy, small amounts of unstable molecules called free radicals are created. In healthy cells, mitochondria help regulate this process and keep oxidative stress under control. But when mitochondrial function declines, these stresses can accumulate and begin damaging cellular structures. Another surprising role of mitochondria is something scientists call metabolic flexibility. This refers to the body's ability to switch efficiently between different energy sources, such as carbohydrates and fats. When mitochondria are functioning well, the body can adapt easily to changing energy demands during exercise, fasting, or periods of rest. However, when mitochondrial efficiency drops, that flexibility begins to weaken. Cells struggle to produce energy efficiently, and the result can be familiar symptoms like fatigue, reduced endurance, and slower recovery after physical activity. Dr. Michael Evans explains that this is why mitochondrial health is so closely tied to how energetic and resilient we feel as we age. At this point, Dr. Michael Evans introduces an important connection that many people rarely think about: the link between mitochondria and your circulation. While mitochondria generate energy inside your cells, your circulatory system is responsible for delivering the oxygen and nutrients that those cells need to produce that energy in the first place. Your body contains an astonishing network of blood vessels stretching nearly 60,000 miles. These vessels act like highways and small roads that carry oxygen, nutrients, and signaling molecules to every organ and tissue in your body. Without this delivery system, Even the healthiest mitochondria would struggle to produce the energy your body requires. But circulation is not just about moving blood. The inner lining of your blood vessels plays a powerful role in regulating how efficiently blood flows through the body. These cells lining the vessels are called endothelial cells. For many years, scientists believed endothelial cells were simply a passive layer inside blood vessels. But research has revealed something much more interesting. These cells actively control blood flow, help regulate immune responses, and play a role in healing damaged tissues. And inside each of these endothelial cells are once again mitochondria. This is where the connection becomes clear. Healthy mitochondria help endothelial cells function properly, allowing blood vessels to relax, adjust to physical activity, and deliver oxygen efficiently to tissues. When mitochondrial function declines, the performance of these endothelial cells can also weaken. Dr. Michael Evans explains that this relationship forms a powerful biological partnership between cellular energy production and circulation, both of which are essential for maintaining strength, endurance, and overall vitality. To fully understand how energy and circulation work together, Dr. Michael Evans focuses on a special group of cells that line the inside of every blood vessel in your body. These are known as endothelial cells. At first glance, they might seem like a simple layer of cells forming the inner surface of the circulatory system, but in reality, they play a far more dynamic role. Endothelial cells act as active regulators of blood flow. They help determine when blood vessels should relax and widen, and when they should tighten to control pressure. By adjusting the diameter of blood vessels, these cells help ensure that oxygen and nutrients reach tissues efficiently, especially when the body's energy demand increases during physical activity or stress. In addition to controlling blood flow, endothelial cells also participate in immune signaling and tissue repair. They communicate with other cells in the body, helping coordinate responses to injury or inflammation. This makes them an important part of the body's overall defense and healing system. What many people don't realize is that inside each endothelial cell are tiny energy generators, mitochondria. These mitochondria provide the energy that allows endothelial cells to perform their many tasks. When mitochondrial function is strong, endothelial cells can maintain flexible blood vessels and healthy circulation. However, when mitochondrial efficiency begins to decline, the performance of these cells can weaken. Blood vessels may become less responsive, oxygen delivery may slow down, and tissues may not receive the energy they need as efficiently. Dr. Michael Evans explains that this is why maintaining mitochondrial health is essential not only for energy production, but also for supporting the entire circulatory system. To understand how mitochondria and blood vessels work together, Dr. Michael Evans introduces a small but powerful molecule called nitric oxide. Although it exists in tiny amounts inside the body, nitric oxide plays a crucial role in controlling how blood flows through your circulatory system. Nitric oxide acts as a signaling molecule. Its primary function is to tell blood vessels when to relax and widen, a process known as vasodilation. When blood vessels dilate, blood can flow more easily through them. This reduces pressure inside the vessels and allows oxygen and nutrients to reach tissues more efficiently. Think of nitric oxide as a message that tells the highways of your circulatory system to open up. When the signal is strong, blood moves smoothly through your vessels, delivering oxygen to muscles, organs, and the brain exactly when it is needed. This is where mitochondria become essential. Healthy mitochondria inside endothelial cells help regulate the production and signaling of nitric oxide. When these cellular power plants are functioning well, endothelial cells are able to maintain flexible, responsive blood vessels. However, when mitochondria become damaged or less efficient, nitric oxide signaling can begin to weaken. Blood vessels may lose some of their ability to relax and adjust to the body's demands. As a result, circulation becomes less efficient, and tissues may receive less oxygen than they need. Dr. Michael Evans explains that this chain reaction can contribute to symptoms such as fatigue, reduced endurance, and slower recovery. By understanding the relationship between mitochondria, nitric oxide, and circulation, we begin to see how deeply connected our energy systems truly are. Now that we understand how mitochondria support circulation and nitric oxide signaling, Dr. Michael Evans explains what happens when these cellular power plants begin to lose efficiency. Mitochondrial decline does not occur suddenly. Instead, it usually develops slowly over time as a result of aging, stress, and the natural wear and tear that cells experience throughout life. As mitochondria become less efficient, the amount of energy produced inside the cell begins to decrease. This reduction in energy can affect many systems in the body. Muscles may feel weaker, endurance may drop, and recovery after physical activity can take longer than it used to. But the effects are not limited to physical strength. When mitochondrial performance declines in brain cells, people may begin to notice symptoms such as mental fatigue, slower thinking, or occasional brain fog. These changes are often subtle at first, but they can gradually influence overall cognitive performance. At the same time, mitochondrial decline in endothelial cells can affect how well blood vessels respond to the body's needs. Reduced nitric oxide signaling may cause blood vessels to become less flexible, which can limit how efficiently oxygen is delivered to tissues. When oxygen delivery decreases, the cells that rely on that oxygen, including their mitochondria, may struggle to maintain optimal energy production. This creates a kind of biological feedback loop. Less efficient mitochondria lead to poorer circulation, and poorer circulation makes it harder for mitochondria to function properly. Dr. Michael Evans emphasizes that recognizing these early changes is important, because mitochondrial health can often be improved through lifestyle choices that support the body's natural energy systems. After explaining how mitochondria influence energy and circulation, Dr. Michael Evans turns to one of the most powerful ways to support these cellular power plants: movement and exercise. Physical activity sends a signal throughout the body that energy demand is increasing. In response, the body begins adapting at the cellular level. One of the most important adaptations is a process called mitochondrial biogenesis. This simply means the body starts producing new mitochondria. When you exercise regularly, your cells receive signals that encourage them to build more of these energy-producing structures. More mitochondria mean that your cells can generate energy more efficiently. This is one reason why people who stay physically active often experience better stamina, improved endurance, and faster recovery after activity. Exercise also strengthens the connection between mitochondria and your circulatory system. When you move your body, blood begins flowing more rapidly through your blood vessels. This increased blood flow creates a force along the vessel walls called shear stress. While the word stress might sound negative, this particular type of stress actually stimulates the release of nitric oxide. As nitric oxide levels rise, blood vessels relax and widen, improving circulation and oxygen delivery throughout the body. This increased oxygen supply helps mitochondria function more effectively, creating a positive cycle of improved energy production. Dr. Michael Evans emphasizes that exercise does not have to be extreme to produce benefits. Even simple activities like walking for about 30 minutes a day can gradually strengthen mitochondrial function and support healthier circulation over time. In addition to aerobic exercise, Dr. Michael Evans explains that strength training plays another important role in supporting mitochondrial health. While activities like walking, cycling, or swimming stimulate the cardiovascular system, resistance training directly strengthens the muscles, which are some of the most mitochondria-rich tissues in the body. Your skeletal muscles require a large amount of energy to contract, lift, and stabilize the body. Because of this constant demand, muscle cells contain a high concentration of mitochondria. These cellular power plants supply the energy needed for every movement you make, from climbing stairs to carrying groceries. As we age, however, muscle mass naturally begins to decline in a process known as sarcopenia. When muscle mass decreases, mitochondrial density inside those muscles can also decline. This contributes to lower strength, reduced endurance, and slower recovery after physical activity. Strength training helps counteract this process. When muscles are challenged through resistance exercises, the body responds by strengthening muscle fibers and maintaining the mitochondria that power them. Over time, this helps preserve both muscular strength and cellular energy production. Dr. Michael Evans recommends including resistance training 2 to 3 times per week, focusing on major muscle groups such as the legs, back, chest, and arms. These exercises do not need to involve heavy weights or complicated gym routines. Simple bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, or moderate weight training can be enough to stimulate muscle adaptation. By maintaining healthy muscles and mitochondrial density, strength training supports circulation, improves overall energy levels, and helps the body remain resilient as it ages. While exercise plays a powerful role in supporting mitochondrial health, Dr. Michael Evans emphasizes that what you eat also has a direct influence on your cellular energy system. Certain natural compounds found in foods can interact with the biological pathways that regulate mitochondrial function and circulation. One important group of these compounds is called polyphenols. Polyphenols are naturally occurring molecules found in many fruits, vegetables, and plant-based foods. They act as protective compounds for plants, and when we consume them, they can also provide important benefits inside the human body. Dr. Michael Evans explains that polyphenols help reduce oxidative stress, one of the major factors that can damage mitochondria over time. By neutralizing harmful molecules known as free radicals, polyphenols help preserve mitochondrial function and support the stability of cellular energy production. But their benefits extend beyond the mitochondria themselves. Polyphenols also interact with the cells lining the blood vessels, the endothelial cells that regulate circulation. When these cells function well, blood vessels remain flexible and responsive, allowing oxygen and nutrients to reach tissues efficiently. This dual effect makes polyphenol-rich foods particularly valuable. They support both mitochondrial performance and vascular health, two systems that Dr. Michael Evans has shown are deeply interconnected. Many everyday foods contain significant amounts of polyphenols. Fruits, vegetables, teas, and plant oils all provide these compounds in varying amounts. By including a variety of these foods in your diet, you provide your cells with molecules that help maintain energy production and protect the delicate structures inside mitochondria. In this way, nutrition becomes one of the most accessible tools for supporting the body's natural energy systems. After explaining the importance of polyphenols, Dr. Michael Evans highlights several everyday foods that are especially rich in these protective compounds and can support both mitochondrial health and circulation. One of the most powerful groups of foods is berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries contain natural pigments called anthocyanins. These compounds not only give berries their vibrant colors but also help support the health of endothelial cells, the cells that line blood vessels. Healthier endothelial cells mean better blood flow and more efficient oxygen delivery to tissues. Another important food is extra virgin olive oil. This oil contains polyphenols such as hydroxytyrosol and oleocanthal, which have been studied for their ability to reduce oxidative stress. By lowering oxidative stress, these compounds help protect mitochondria from damage and support more stable energy production inside cells. Dr. Michael Evans also points to green tea as a powerful source of polyphenols. Green tea contains compounds known as catechins, particularly one called EGCG. These molecules have been shown to interact with cellular pathways that influence mitochondrial activity and improve metabolic efficiency. Finally, there is pomegranate, a fruit rich in compounds known as L-glutanins. When these compounds reach the digestive system, they interact with beneficial gut bacteria. This interaction produces metabolites that may support mitochondrial renewal and improve cellular energy metabolism. Together, these foods provide natural compounds that help protect mitochondria, support circulation, and reduce cellular stress. Over time, regularly including them in the diet may contribute to stronger energy levels and healthier aging. After discussing the role of nutrition, Dr. Michael Evans turns to another factor that many people underestimate when it comes to energy and cellular health: sleep. Most of us recognize that poor sleep leaves us feeling tired the next day, but the connection goes much deeper than simple fatigue. During deep, restorative sleep, the body activates a variety of internal repair processes. Even though you appear to be resting, your cells are actually performing important maintenance tasks. One of the systems that benefits most from this nighttime repair is your mitochondria. Dr. Michael Evans explains that while you sleep, mitochondria undergo a kind of biological maintenance cycle. Damaged components are repaired, cellular stress is reduced, and energy production systems are stabilized. This process helps ensure that mitochondria continue functioning efficiently when you wake up and begin your day. Sleep also plays a crucial role in maintaining the health of endothelial cells, the cells that line your blood vessels. These cells experience constant mechanical stress from blood flow throughout the day. During sleep, they are able to repair and restore themselves, helping maintain smooth circulation and proper oxygen delivery. However, when sleep is consistently disrupted, these repair processes become less effective. Chronic sleep deprivation can interfere with mitochondrial function, increase oxidative stress, and impair the performance of endothelial cells. Over time, this may contribute to reduced energy levels, slower recovery, and poorer metabolic health. Dr. Michael Evans emphasizes that protecting your sleep window by limiting late-night light exposure, avoiding late meals, and maintaining a consistent sleep schedule is one of the simplest ways to support your body's natural energy systems. As Dr. Michael Evans continues explaining how the body maintains healthy mitochondria, he introduces an important biological process called mitophagy. Although the term may sound complex, the concept behind it is actually quite simple. Mitophagy is the body's way of removing old, damaged, or worn-out mitochondria and replacing them with healthier ones. Think of it like maintaining a set of batteries. Over time, batteries lose their ability to hold a charge. If you continue using old batteries, the device they power becomes weaker and less reliable. The same principle applies to mitochondria. When damaged mitochondria accumulate inside cells, energy production becomes less efficient. Mitophagy acts as the cell's quality control system. It identifies mitochondria that are no longer functioning properly and breaks them down so their components can be recycled. This allows the cell to create new, more efficient mitochondria that can produce energy more effectively. However, Dr. Michael Evans explains that as we age, this cleaning and recycling process can become less efficient. When mitophagy slows down, damaged mitochondria may begin to accumulate. As a result, the overall energy output of the cell declines. This decline can affect many parts of the body. In muscles, it may lead to reduced strength and endurance. In the brain, it can contribute to mental fatigue or brain fog. In endothelial cells, it may influence circulation and oxygen delivery. Maintaining healthy mitochondrial turnover through mitophagy is therefore essential for sustaining energy, resilience, and overall cellular health as we grow older. After explaining the importance of mitophagy, Dr. Michael Evans introduces a fascinating discovery that has attracted growing attention in longevity research, a natural compound called Urolithin A. Scientists have become interested in this molecule because of its potential role in supporting mitochondrial renewal. Urolithin A is not found directly in large amounts in most foods. Instead, it is produced inside the body when certain compounds from foods, particularly those found in pomegranates and other polyphenol-rich plants, interact with beneficial bacteria in the gut microbiome. When these compounds reach the digestive system, specific gut bacteria convert them into urolithin A. What makes this compound especially interesting is how it interacts with the process of mitophagy. Research suggests that urolithin A may help stimulate the cellular mechanisms responsible for identifying and removing damaged mitochondria. By encouraging this recycling process, cells can clear away older, less efficient mitochondria and make room for newer ones that function more effectively. Dr. Michael Evans explains that maintaining this renewal cycle is essential for sustaining energy production as we age. When mitochondria remain healthy and efficient, cells are better able to generate the ATP needed to power muscles, support brain function, and maintain overall metabolic balance. However, not everyone's gut microbiome produces urolithin A efficiently. The ability to generate it can vary depending on the composition of a person's gut bacteria. This is why researchers are now studying ways to support this pathway through nutrition and other targeted strategies, with the goal of helping maintain mitochondrial health and promoting healthier aging over time. After exploring the science behind mitochondria, circulation, and cellular renewal, Dr. Michael Evans brings everything together with a simple framework. Supporting your body's energy system does not depend on a single breakthrough or one special food. Instead, it comes from a combination of daily habits that strengthen the systems working inside your cells. Dr. Michael Evans summarizes these habits as 4 essential pillars for mitochondrial health. The first pillar is consistent aerobic movement. Activities such as walking, cycling, or swimming stimulate mitochondrial biogenesis, allowing your cells to produce more of these energy-generating structures. Regular movement also improves circulation, helping deliver oxygen efficiently throughout the body. The second pillar is strength training. Maintaining muscle mass helps preserve mitochondrial density in muscle tissue. Strong muscles support physical endurance, stability, and metabolic health as we age. The third pillar is polyphenol-rich nutrition. Foods such as berries, olive oil, green tea, and pomegranate contain compounds that help reduce oxidative stress and support both mitochondrial function and vascular health. The fourth pillar is restorative sleep. During deep sleep, mitochondria undergo maintenance while endothelial cells repair themselves, allowing the circulatory system to function more efficiently. Dr. Michael Evans emphasizes that these pillars work best when practiced together. Movement, nutrition, and recovery are interconnected systems that reinforce one another. By supporting these foundations consistently, you help maintain mitochondrial performance, improve energy production, and protect the body's resilience as you move through the aging process. Your mitochondria power every cell in your body, and the choices you make each day influence how well they work. By staying active, eating polyphenol-rich foods, protecting your sleep, and supporting mitochondrial renewal, you can strengthen your energy system and help your body stay resilient, energized, and healthier as you age.